KATC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
Hope your week is off to a great start and the Monday blues wasn't too bad. But as we go through the rest of the work week, I do have some great news as far as the weather that should put a smile on your face as I'm tracking cooler temperatures and even much lower humidity levels that'll make it feel very comfortable to be outside the next several days. Let's take a look at the big picture and show you why we got that comfortable air making its way into the area. That's all because we have this big cold front that extends all the way from Canada, from Toronto, down into the now Gulf of Mexico, and behind it, that's what's allowing the drier air to start to push in across a good portion of the area. That'll eventually arrive by tomorrow morning, but you can see out ahead of that front, more showers continue up and down the East Coast and even up into New York, and that did cause some lower visibilities and might be the reason why that helicopter did crash into one of the skyscrapers up there. But you do see we still have some mid-level moisture back over Texas, so I do think even though with the dry air tomorrow, we will still have a fair amount of cloud cover working across the area. It won't be until Wednesday and Thursday that we finally see plenty of blue sunny skies. But you can see locally the few clouds that we did have and a few isolated showers have now pushed out into the Gulf of Mexico. And with clear skies tonight and comfortable temperatures the next several evenings, it's going to be perfect weather to get out there and do a little stargazing, as we're going to have several planets that'll be visible in the sky later on as we move later on into the nights. And you can see Jupiter is going to be the main one, as it's right now in opposition with the sun. And what that means is as the sun is setting, Jupiter will be rising in the eastern sky and then making its way to the west. So after 10, once it really gets dark, you'll be able to notice it. It'll be the biggest and brightest spot in the sky. But also as we head closer to daybreak, you'll also be able to see Mars and Venus in the sky. And even with binoculars, you could even see a couple of the moons orbiting around Jupiter. So a great celestial event heading on every night this week. So with clear skies, get out there and enjoy that, as we will have comfortable temperatures the next several nights. And the reason for that, as mentioned, is because of the cold front. As that makes its way through, it is going to help to bring some very dry air into place. And this, you can see, this is the atmospheric moisture content. And so when you have those reds and orange, that's when you have those scattered showers, very summer-like humidity. When we start to see these blue and purple shades show up, that's more of that spring fall-like air trying to move in. So some very low humidity that'll arrive. You can see this is now tomorrow afternoon around 3 o'clock. So even by tomorrow afternoon, you'll really start to notice that humidity dipping, and that'll continue into Wednesday, as this front is a decent front and will continue to remain out in the Gulf of Mexico, allowing that dry air to work its way all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So not only will Tuesday feel nice, Wednesday and even into Thursday, as another weak front continues to push that farther down into the Gulf of Mexico. So not only are we going to have one, we're going to have several days of relatively comfortable humidity, making it nice to be outside, maybe fire up the grill, do a little barbecuing this week, as it should be comfortable to be outside. We really start to bring that humidity back, though, by the weekend, and that's when we start to introduce those slight rain chances. But it does look like a nice break throughout much of the week from the humidity and a break from summertime. There we go through the rest of our model. You can see clear skies waking up to mostly sunny, but you do mention, I think we do see a fair amount of clouds for our Tuesday. And that could keep temperatures in the mid-80s, so a very comfortable day. And you can see temperature and feel like pretty close together thanks to those dew points on the lower side. So that is what you're really going to notice tomorrow. It's still going to be on the warm side, but it's going to feel much more comfortable to be outside. Wednesday looks to be fairly nice, plenty of sunshine, and again, comfortable humidity levels. And there's that front. Not expected to bring any rain by Thursday, but again, continuing to reinforce that dry air in place, setting up the fantastic week we have in store. Temperatures this evening, a few degrees cooler than they were this morning. We'll go low 70s for much of Acadiana and I-10 south. Could get into the upper 60s north of Highway 190 from Ville Platte to Alexandria. So a kind of a refreshing start to our Tuesday. Very noticeable changes tomorrow afternoon. Highs mid to low 80s with comfortable humidity. Similar story for our Wednesday, but even a refreshing start with everyone waking up to temperatures in the 60s, maybe even some upper 50s in very outlying communities to the north. And by Wednesday afternoon, continuing to see below average temperatures with highs right around 87, 88 degrees. So a very quiet, nice evening in store as temperatures continue to fall, dropping down to near 70 degrees by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, along with a slight northerly breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for our Tuesday, a very pleasant June day. Still going to be warm, 86, but that is below our normal of 90 for this time of year, and as mentioned, very comfortable humidity levels. Starting to see those temperatures warm back up by the weekend, and that introduces the slight rain chances by the time we head into Father's Day, but better rain chances into next week, but it's unfortunate we can't get the nice weather on the weekend. But in case for that, I do have a little help for you, as I've created a little note from us here at the Storm Team 3 Weather Lab, granting you permission to maybe play hooky tomorrow or Wednesday, or maybe leave work a little early so you can get out there and enjoy the nice weather.
Well, someone has already submitted that.
Oh, that's me. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Won't be here tomorrow.
Or the next day, or the next day, or for a
about
very
a week
long
or so.
time.
Yeah.